The future has always sent us whispers, in dreams, in ancient prophecies, and in the unsettling feeling of déjà vu. But what if those whispers took human form? What if people from tomorrow have walked among us, sharing glimpses of what's to come before fading back into obscurity? The stories are more common than you think. From a soldier on a mission from a war-torn 2036 to a man teleported to the year 6037, we're counting down the top 10 forgotten people who claimed they were from the future and left us wondering if they were telling the truth. Number 10. The Wall Street Wizard, from 2256. In 2003, the FBI arrested a man named Andrew Carlson. The reason? He had performed an impossible feat. In just 2 weeks, he turned an initial investment of only $800 into a staggering $350 million. The Securities and Exchange Commission flagged him after he made 126 trades without a single loss. Investigators assumed it had to be the most complex case of insider trading they had ever seen. But when they got Carlson into the interrogation room, he told them something far stranger. He wasn't getting illegal tips. He was a time traveler from the year 2256. He claimed he already knew how history would unfold because, to him, it was just that, history. The authorities didn't buy it and threatened to throw him in jail. But then, the story took another bizarre turn. An unknown person posted his $1 million bail. Before his hearing, Andrew Carlson vanished completely. When agents tried to find him, they discovered that there were no records of anyone named Andrew Carlson ever existing before that year. But Carlson wasn't the only one claiming to be on a mission from the future. Number 9. Unpacking the Titer Paradox. In the late 1990s, a user calling himself John Titer began posting on internet forums. He claimed to be a U.S. soldier from the year 2036, sent back in time on a critical mission. He described his time machine in great detail, saying it was a gravity distortion time displacement unit built into a 1967 Chevrolet. His main goal, he explained, was to travel to 1975 to get an IBM 5100 computer. But why that specific old computer? Titer claimed it had a secret undocumented feature that allowed it to read old programming languages. This was a feature his people in the future needed to fix a massive computer bug. The shocking part is, this secret feature was real, something almost nobody knew about at the time, which gave his story a chilling layer of truth. Titer also stopped in the year 2000 to warn people about a coming civil war in America that would lead to a global conflict. While his biggest predictions never happened, his strange, specific knowledge captivated the early internet before he disappeared in 2001. His detailed posts left behind a mystery that still fuels debate today. Number 8. The Psychic Soldier. Al Bielik's story is one of the wildest you will ever hear. He claimed his unusual life led him into the world of top-secret government programs. By the late 1950s, Bielik said he was recruited into the Montauk Project, a shadowy experiment on Long Island focused on psychological warfare and time travel. He described working with a device called the Montauk Chair, which could amplify psychic energy to bend reality and open portals in time. By the 1980s, Bielik claimed he was a full-blown time traveler. He said he took trips to a human colony on Mars, traveled back 100,000 years into the past, and even went to the year 6037 in the distant future. He also claimed that his real name was Edward Cameron and that he had been a part of the infamous Philadelphia experiment in 1943, after which his mind was wiped and he was made younger. His fantastic stories have been dismissed, but some details remain eerily compelling. Number 7. The Traveler Who Passed the Test. In 2018, a man named William Taylor came forward claiming he worked for the British government on a top-secret time travel project. What made people pay attention? He reportedly passed a lie detector test while telling his story. Taylor claimed he had traveled to the year 8973 and saw a future that is barely recognizable. According to him, humans as we know them are gone. They've been replaced by human-robot hybrids with giant heads and large eyes. These beings live in a perfect utopia, free from crime, conflict, and even death. But here's the most shocking part. Taylor insisted time travel technology was not a future invention. He said governments have had it since 1981, after they reverse engineered it from a crashed alien spacecraft. The future he saw was a peaceful, but strange paradise where biological humanity was just a distant memory. His tale sounds like science fiction, but his calm delivery had many wondering if it could be true. Number 6. A love story from another world. David Huggins' story isn't about a mission from the future, but a lifelong relationship with beings from somewhere else entirely. A quiet painter from New Jersey, Huggins claims he first met aliens when he was just 8 years old. At 17, he says he began a romantic relationship with an alien woman he calls Crescent. His story gets even stranger from there. He believes he has fathered dozens of hybrid children with her over the years. For decades, Huggins has documented these bizarre memories not in a diary, but on canvas. His paintings show a lifetime of encounters with different alien beings, from the classic greys to insect-like creatures. The art shows scenes of medical exams, nurseries filled with hybrid babies, and trips aboard their ships. While his claims sound unbelievable, Huggins himself comes across as completely sincere and down-to-earth, leaving it up to you to decide what to believe. His paintings offer a strange visual diary of a life intertwined with the unknown. Number 5. The Man from 1950s Kyiv. In 2006, a man named Sergei Ponomarenko appeared in Kyiv, Ukraine, looking utterly lost. He was dressed in old-fashioned clothing and was holding a vintage camera. When police approached him, he asked for directions to a street that hadn't existed for over 50 years. The thing nobody tells you is that his ID was a Soviet-era document that claimed he was 25 years old and had been born in 1932. Confused, authorities took him to a psychiatrist, who was stunned by his calm and rational demeanor. Ponomarenko insisted that he had just been out taking a picture of a strange object in the sky, what looked like a UFO, when he was suddenly transported to the future. To prove it, he showed them his camera. When they developed the film, they found black and white photos of 1950s Kyiv, a picture of Ponomarenko with a woman he said was his fiancée, and the final bizarre image of a bell-shaped object hovering in the sky. Investigators tracked down the woman from the photo, now in her 70s. She confirmed her fiancé, Sergei, had mysteriously vanished without a trace back in the 1950s. The story gets even weirder. While in custody, Ponomarenko vanished from his locked room. His disappearance left only questions and a photograph that defies explanation. Number 4. Madman Markham's Time Machine. Many people are crazy about old paranormal radio shows, and this story is a classic. In 1995, a man named Mike Madman Markham called into Art Bell's famous late-night show, Coast to Coast AM. He claimed he was building a time machine in his backyard based on a device called a Jacob's Ladder. Markham said his goal was to create a powerful electromagnetic vortex. The only problem? He needed more power. So he admitted on air that he had stolen 6 massive transformers from a local utility company in Missouri. That theft caused a widespread blackout and, unsurprisingly, got him arrested. After a short stint in jail, Markham called the show again a year later. He was out, and he was building a second, more powerful time machine, this time with legal parts. He told Art Bell and his millions of listeners that he had upgraded his device and was planning to power it through his house's main line, generating a massive 3-megawatt field. In his last call, he said he was just about ready to test it on himself. He was going to take a bag of supplies and his cat with him. Then, in 1997, Mike Markham disappeared. He was never seen or heard from again. Did he succeed, or did his experiment simply go terribly wrong? Number 3. DARPA's Hidden Time Traveler. Project Pegasus sounds like a conspiracy theory, but Andrew Basiago, a lawyer from Washington, swears it was real. He claims that as a child in the late 1960s and early 1970s, He was part of a top-secret DARPA program that had perfected time travel and teleportation. Basiago says the government built a working time machine called a chronovisor, based on research left behind by Nikola Tesla. This device, he alleges, could not only send people back and forth in time, but also to alternate realities. Basiago's claims are incredibly specific. He says he was one of the children chosen for the project because kids were thought to be better able to adapt to the psychological strains of time travel. He claims he went on several missions, including one where he was sent back to 1863 to witness Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. He even produced a photograph he says shows him as a boy at the event. But not all things are what they seem. He also claims he was teleported to a secret US base on Mars. What makes his story even more outlandish is his claim that a young Barack Obama was also part of the program. His story is wild, but his calm, detailed accounts have intrigued many. Number 2. Warning from the year 10,000. In 2017, two separate stories emerged from Greece, both from anonymous men claiming to be part of secret time travel projects. The first man said that after 6 years in the military, he was invited to join a top-secret program in 2013. He claimed he traveled forward to the year 3207. From his perspective, the journey took only 2 days. He described a future where cities were protected by massive energy domes and society was peaceful, but he returned with a sense of unease. Shortly after, another Greek man came forward with a similar tale. He said that back in 2008, while he was still a university student, a professor approached him with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to participate in a time travel experiment. He accepted and claimed he was sent to the year 10,000. His mission was to gather information about a future war between humans and artificial intelligence. He described a desolate future where humanity was on the brink of extinction, fighting a losing battle against super-intelligent machines. He said he was sent back with a warning for our time, to be cautious with the development of AI. Both stories were quickly forgotten, but their similar origins are certainly curious. Number 1. A year of disappointment. The internet is full of people claiming to be from the future, but Elvis Thompson is a special case. You see, he became famous for being spectacularly wrong. On January 1st, 2023, he posted a video claiming he was a time traveler and listed a series of dramatic events that would happen that year. Unlike other so-called prophets, his predictions were incredibly specific, with exact dates and details, which made them easy to debunk. His first major prediction was for April 6th. He claimed Oklahoma would be hit by a tornado so massive it would stretch 15 miles across with winds over 300 miles per hour, far beyond anything ever recorded. The day came and went with no such storm. Next, he said that on September 1st, aliens would arrive. According to him, a being named the Champion would take 12,000 people to another planet for their own protection. Again, nothing happened. He also warned of a massive storm hitting the U.S. East Coast on September 19th. His final prediction was for November 3rd, when he said a sea creature 6 times larger than a blue whale would be discovered in the Pacific Ocean. As each date passed without incident, Elvis Thompson went from being a mysterious figure to a forgotten internet joke. Are these all just elaborate hoaxes, or are we being visited by ghosts of tomorrow? Let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more mysteries.